This is an artist that I was DM'd about. People alleged that this artist is using AI in their artwork. So this is the account in question, Celestial Etheria. Their bio says, anti-AI, repost with credits, trades, moods, commissions, always open. This artist claims to have been making art for only 6 months. We have art versus artist. In the caption, they say, side note, I've been drawing digital for 6 months. So here we have another example, AI versus beginner artist. They're showing their art piece. And let's scroll down their account. They claim to be a beginner artist who's been making art for 6 months. This is on January 14th. This was January 10th. Here's January 4th. I'm gonna be honest. I like the way their brain thinks. I love the way they compose their pieces. This is really, really pretty. Very, very unique. I would love to see their art slapped on t-shirts as like massive graphic pieces. But this doesn't give me the vibes of somebody who's been doing art for 6 months. Not only that, they have so many pieces they posted on the same day. Like these pieces, there's so many pieces that have been posted on the same day. This account is probably just new. They've probably have been drawing for a long time. They've only been posting it for 6 months. I do not believe they've only been doing art for 6 months because they're just simply too good. This person clearly has an insane amount of artistic talent. I'm just gonna give a disclaimer because every time I talk about artists and AI art, people are always like, I am an artist and I do this and I started doing art in 1 week. I became an absolute god. There's always exceptions to every rule. It's all about context clues. And let's tie everything together here. Allegedly, their very first piece. Either they are tracing or they've been doing art for a really, really, really long time. They're clearly very good. This is not the first art piece of somebody who's been doing art. Even if you make the argument, they started digital 6 months ago. Most people who start digital art have to absolutely relearn how to draw again. It is like you completely don't know how to draw because working in digital, things work so differently than drawing traditional. Like you're telling me you can draw this well? On your first day drawing, this is again, they posted also like 6 pieces back to back to back to back. So these are all like probably old pieces that they just posted. So it's definitely not from 6 months ago. Okay, this looks like a traditional drawing that got scanned into a computer and was like maybe further colored digitally. Their style does fluctuate a lot piece by piece. This is really cool though. So I think honestly, what it looks like to me they're doing photo bashing and painting over the photos, which isn't necessarily wrong. Could be disingenuous to not reveal that potentially. Because the ability to draw in a fisheye perspective, allegedly 1 month into your art career, I don't really believe it because it's an insanely difficult perspective to draw in. This piece to me low-key seemed like it could have some AI or photo bashing in it. People always get upset with me when I nitpick people's artwork, but the problem is when it comes to accusing somebody of using AI, either I nitpick their artwork to prove to you and explain to you how there's AI in it, or I don't, and then I just say, trust me, bro, and then everyone's gonna be like, oh, but like, you're just lying. But I do want to highlight some of their posts here. So they have this reel where it says AI's version and then my version. Don't get me wrong, their version is sick. They literally just redrew over the AI piece, or they took the AI piece and then kind of filtered the hell out of it and then added a lot of brushstrokes on top of that. There's not a time lapse. There's no time lapse. They show it so quickly. I'm really trying to grab the screenshot. Okay, this is the best screenshot I can grab because they start rotating the canvas. So it's hard to grab a screenshot after this. This is basically 1-to-1. If you look at it stacked one on top of another, then if I zoom in, it's not really AI, is it? If you just draw over the AI piece. So if I did this correctly, so you know, if we just take our AI piece and then we throw like a teal as hell gradient map over it, you know, and then make this white. Oh, look, if I just throw a fucking gradient map over this, pick maybe like more of a blue, I too can already do like half of this with just a gradient. And then what? They just added a lot more cross hatching over it or something. It's just a gradient map. That's it. If I really want to play with it, we go to layer, new adjustment layer. We can go add some more filters over this. Let's just get to the curves here. We can whiten this a little bit and then layer, new adjustment layer. Oh yeah, their contrast was through the roof. Okay, bump the hell out of the contrast. Filter, noise, dust and scratches. Filter, pixelate or noise. Let's add noise. I was like, where's my dust and scratches? Oh shit. Okay, that's too much. Filter, noise, add noise. Okay, that's too much. Add grain to it. Filter, sharpen edges. You know, they basically just like did this and just threw a whole bunch of filters over it and added a lot of like brush strokes to it essentially. But it is still very, very AI art. And also it's like low-key fun. I'm trying to see if I can kind of like in a way mimic the piece. There's also, if you go to filter gallery, Photoshop has a lot of fun filter galleries where you can add like cross-hatching and stuff to your artwork. You can change the cross-hatching length. You can also add sprayed strokes to it to make it look a lot more sketch-like. You hit okay, you let it cook for a little bit, and then you can just, you know, I duplicated the layer, grab an eraser and erase part of it. Oh, wow. So cool. Anyways, and just go and just draw other shit on it. It is an art medium to like cook like this, you know, but they're trying to pass off this as if it was an actual art piece that they drew, whereas it's an AI piece that they filtered the hell out of and like added their own elements to. That's just this one. Now we have this piece, AI versus beginner artist. So here we have the AI, here we have their art piece. And again, hey guys, I wonder what's gonna happen if I overlap these one on top of the other. I just wonder, I don't know. Do any of y'all wanna cast some bets as to what you think is gonna happen? So I put one over the other, and then I wonder if I do a little bit of resizing and a little bit of repositioning. Hey guys, y'all can see what I'm going for, guys, right? Like this is a little bit one-to-one, a little bit directly traced over. It is perfectly aligned. It's just I can sit here and spend like another, I don't know, 5 minutes that I don't have trying to resize and realign the pieces so it does align together, because again, the stupid snapping in Photoshop. Oh, sorry, I zoomed into myself. You see what I'm getting at, guys. This is super traced. They did add their own elements to it, like squiggles in the back, blood on the hands, this, that, and the third. I feel like you can't say fuck AI and have a against AI strong stance if you are at best tracing AI and at worst taking AI and throwing a filter over it and calling it your own art. Here again, we have another series. I think I don't need to do the one-to-one for you guys anymore. It's AI versus a beginner artist. Here they have the AI. Their art piece is like a direct paint over of the AI. And we have commenters even being like, hey, a little bit too close to the original though. Is the beginner thing engagement bait? Sorry if I'm rude. I definitely think the beginner thing is engagement bait too. I don't think they're a beginner. I don't think they're doing digital art for only 6 months. And they've been using AI art in their processes a little too much. Okay, this is twofold for me. There's two things that we can do here. The first thing to unpack is the AI. Best case scenario, this person is misinformed. That they think by redrawing AI art, they as an artist are taking it back into their own hands, giving AI the middle finger. I'm here to tell you that's not the case. By referencing AI art, you're still using AI art in your art process, and thus you are still profiting off of the theft of other artists. It's still involved in the process. They're not doing what they think they're doing by doing that. Secondly, the argument that they're a beginner artist, and they say that they've been only doing digital art for 6 months. I think it's disingenuous to say that because we've talked about it before. Beginner artists, fake beginner art accounts, you know, where they claim to be a beginner artist and they're getting better, but they're actually not a beginner this entire time, and it makes other beginner artists feel bad. They are not a beginner artist. Either they are the absolute most talented artist to ever walk this earth, the first instance of them picking up a drawing tablet or a pen, they managed to produce like God's finest work. Maybe they are God's gift to earth in terms of art. Or the more plausible aspect is they've been doing art for a lot longer than what they're letting on. And I think maybe at best, they're misinformed, and at worst, they're purposely leading people on. I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. Maybe they're just a young artist that's misinformed. They're clearly very talented. Yeah, I do think it's a little bit disingenuous. So